Hello everyone and welcome into the latest edition of Football Center with Goma. It is Thursday and every Thursday we do a segment called Transfer Roundup where we take a look at which player is linked to what club, who is moving where. Personally, this is one of my favorite segments of the show. I love a little bit of shuffling up, what player will be wearing what club colors next season, what crest will be on his chest the following season. Something for so long, it gets ad nauseum. All right, I want something different. I want to see a different player in a different team, perhaps improving that team or making this other team lesser than it was the previous season. I just love the transfer roundup. Anyways, this is what is coming up for you in today's video. We revisit the Timo Werner transfer saga as it takes a new twist. A new name pops up on the Manchester United transfer radar and list. We'll be taking a look at that shortly. And finally, Arsenal eye defensive reinforcements. One of the issues for Arsenal over recent years has been their defense. They're taking a step closer to amending those problems. So without wasting any more time, let's jump straight into today's video and I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's go. So we start off the transfer roundup with the biggest headlines making the transfer news this past weekend, and that is Timo Werner to Chelsea. Last week, it was revealed that Chelsea are moving forward in triggering Timo Werner's release clause of 50 million euros in order to sign him from RB Leipzig. An offer of around 55 million euros is being rumored to be brought forward by Chelsea and are willing to pay Timo Werner wages of around 10 million euros per season. Now that is a lot of cash being thrown around. Now this will come as a shock to very many people who expected Timo Werner to be Liverpool bound. He has expressed his interest to play at Anfield. Jurgen Klopp has sang his praises, and we wonder, why is there no deal in place? It turns out that Liverpool are in no financial position to make this move happen. From what we hear, the club's hierarchy told Jurgen Klopp that no such amount of money will be spent during this summer transfer window due to the implications that the pandemic has had on the financial state of the club. Now, Chelsea has capitalized on Liverpool's inability to sign this 30-goal-a-season striker. Timo Werner has been in sensational and scintillating form all season long and has scored 31 goals across all competitions. No wonder Chelsea decided to move fast and quickly once they found out that Liverpool, his preferred destination, was out of the running. Now, what sort of implication will Timo Werner have on this Chelsea team? Timo Werner joins a young and hungry Chelsea squad that has been perfectly raised thus far by Frank Lampard. You have the likes of Callum Hudson-Odoi, Christian Pulisic, Tammy Abraham, Mason Mount, who are punching way above their weight, and adding on a 30-goal-a-season striker and an experienced and lethal goal-scoring player such as Timo Werner to the squad. The only way is up. All right, there is no downside to it. Timo Werner joining this Chelsea team, and a player who plays a variety of positions, who can play out wide or down the center, offers a lot of options for Frank Lampard. And to be honest, with Ziyech also arriving at the club and the imminent arrival of Timo Werner, Chelsea look a scary team already. Now before that deal happens, of course, the transfer window may be opened after the league season. It could be opened down in August from what we hear. So let's not expect any transfer window for this month or the next month. However, Timo Werner, this time round, I'm pretty confident and sure that he is Chelsea bound and will have a new home in London. Now we turn our attention to Manchester United. From what we gather, are interested in Bayern Munich outcast and midfielder Corentin Tolisso. Now reports suggest Manchester United have already made contact with the players' camp over a possible move to Old Trafford over the next transfer window. Now Tolisso has been in and out of the Bayern squad and has been rather anonymous. Part of it may be down to the fact that he missed the whole 2018-19 season due to injury, and upon his return, he found a Bayern Munich midfield that practically picks itself out. You have the likes of Thiago Alcantara, Joshua Kimmich, Leon Goretzka, and even Javi Martinez, who have all been an integral part of Hansi Flick's winning formula and success ever since his arrival at the club. Now, with the club's hierarchy realizing that there's little chance of Corentin Tolisso fitting that mix, they told the player that he is free to leave at the end of the season. He has been given the liberty to choose whatever club he wants to go to, as long as that club is able to meet the 35 million euro asking price that Bayern Munich want. Now, with this information out there, the likes of Arsenal, Manchester United and Inter Milan have all expressed interest. If he does end up going to Manchester United, he joins a catalogue of players in the midfield section of the club, with the likes of Paul Pogba, Nemanja Matic, Fred, McTominay, and not forgetting January signing Bruno Fernandes. You could make a case and an argument that he is a class above some of the players, with the exception of Bruno Fernandes and Paul Pogba. But he does carry one major flaw, one major issue, and that is his injury record. Corentin Tolisso is injury prone, and with the direction that Manchester United want to take, is it a risk that they're willing to take? With the Premier League being a highly physical game and a league whereby you cannot make it unless you take good care of your body, are Manchester United willing to splash 35 million euros on a player who perhaps will spend most of his time in the sick bay rather than on the pitch? I know he gives you options, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants those options, but it is an issue that you actually have to take into consideration. You have to have your players fit and able to play majority of the games in the season if you want to be able to cut the gap between you and Manchester City and Liverpool. Now, whichever club it is that he ends up going to, whether it is Arsenal, Manchester United or Inter Milan, 35 million euros is the price tag on Corentin Tolisso. Whoever pays that money will be able to get the Frenchman's signature. And finally, we turn our eye towards Arsenal, who are looking towards defensive reinforcements for next season. Now, those of you who follow the transfer window real closely will realize that the links between Arsenal and PSG defender Thiago Silva are nothing new. Once again, they've made their way to the surface and are making headlines in the transfer columns. Now, Thiago Silva announced that he will be leaving the French capital at the end of his contract, which comes to an end in 2 months, which means he'll be able to leave the club for free. Now, we all know how Arsenal loves a free transfer, and it is no surprise that they are one of the 5 clubs interested in Thiago Silva's signature. Now, the Brazilian carries with him enough experience, and it is no surprise or it is understandable as to why Arsenal would be in for him. But I have to raise this question, and I have to play this card once again. Is that the direction that Arsenal want to take? Now, they locked down Saliba, and that was a magnificent signing, one for the future without a doubt. But Thiago Silva, at 35 years old, practically has nothing left to offer and can't play at the elite stage anymore. There have been questions about PSG's defense over the past couple of years, and Thiago Silva has been at the heart of those questions. Now, knowing Arsenal wants to get back within the big boys, or perhaps wanting Thiago Silva to come in, put his arm around Saliba and teach him the ropes. However, there are other better options out there, younger players who have the potential to be world-class defenders. Now, that's what the coaching staff is there to do. They should take the route that Jurgen Klopp took. Jurgen Klopp arrived at Liverpool, brought in anonymous players, bang on average players with that, and he turned them into world-class players, into superstars. Mikel Arteta should pick the lead from that. And with the likes of Manchester United and Chelsea interested in Jadon Sancho and Timo Werner respectively, do you want those sort of attacks coming up against the defense with a 35-year-old in it? Don't get me wrong. I've loved Thiago Silva and I respect his career. He has had a wonderful career. However, he can't do it at the big stage anymore. Mikel Arteta should get young potential defenders, bring them into the club, train them, develop them, and in the future, they will be able to vie for championships for the top 4 for you. That's the same road that Jurgen Klopp took, and that is the same road that I think Mikel Arteta should take. Anyways, as it stands, Thiago Silva will be a free agent at the end of the season or at the end of his contract, and Arsenal are one of the 5 clubs interested in the Brazilian's signature. We just have to wait and see whether Arsenal over the years or after very many years will get their beloved centre-back. So that will mark the end of today's edition of Transfer Roundup. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And a quick reminder in case you need reminding. La Liga is back today, Thursday, June the 11th, with the derby between Real Betis and Sevilla. I can't wait for that one. I'm psyched. I'm just happy La Liga is back as well. Anyways, I'd like to end this video here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, and I'll see you guys all next time. Have a good rest of the week.